Yeah, so today I'm talking about Enzo Fernandez. And for those of you, I know a lot of you know what happened. It's all over the news, it's all over social media. But in case you have not heard about it, here is what happened. Actually, we all know Argentina won the Copa America and, you know, celebrating, and they were on their way home in the bus, going home and, or going whatever, don't let me say home, but let me come, raise assumptions. But they were in the bus and they were celebrating and singing songs, chants, and all teams, football teams do that. All football teams sing and chant, and there are a lot of football songs that are discriminatory, they are racist and all. But now the the problem here is that out of in the moment they were singing these songs, and these songs were actually about France. And that's where people find it offensive. People see it as maybe there's a malice involved because they just concluded Copa America. You're celebrating Copa America win and you're singing about France. So people find it offensive because people believe there's a malice involved because they didn't even play France. France is not in America, so it's not in the continent of America, it's in Europe. So why would you be singing about Mbappe, singing about all these other players? But, you know, I don't want to sound like I'm making excuses for the Argentine team or anything, but I actually believe that these things could happen. You know, people do it. I want to believe everybody has been discriminatory one way or the other. Either you take it or you leave it. You are discriminated against either someone, either in a racist way or not. You have discriminated against somebody one way or the other. The whole idea is to know that what that action in itself is wrong. The discrimination in itself is wrong totally. And not to talk about in something like football where it involves all races and all races of the world coming together to compete in a sport. It's something that should be treated with a lot of seriousness. So with that said, it still doesn't um, give room for people to escalate it, because I believe nowadays people tend to overreact at times, because this thing is not new. I'm not saying it should be accepted, but it's important that we don't escalate it so it doesn't turn into something that it's not. Because I've seen tweets of a lot of people going around saying ridiculous things. I saw a tweet one time. Somebody said, yeah, it was Messi that formed the song, and he has always been singing it in the dressing room, and so the players picked up on it and they started singing it. I mean, what exactly is that person trying to prove? I don't get it. You understand? Because that only makes it worse. It now means you are flagging the entire Argentine team. The whole idea is not to find out who's right or who's wrong, or the whole idea is to eradicate, racism in itself. So bringing that up is only making matters worse. You are now discriminating against them. You don't say things like that. All things like that only makes it worse. And Messi wasn't even in that bus. Messi was injured and he stayed back at US. So why bring that up? A lot of people are also saying things like, okay, why is it that it's only Enzo? A lot of Chelsea fans are saying, okay, why is it all about Enzo? Why is everybody saying Enzo, Enzo, while there were other team members on that bus singing as well, and nothing is being said about them? Yes, because like I said, these things happen. People sing. But the fact that you put it out there, if you go into your room and you say a lot of racist things and nobody hears you, at that point, nobody is offended. But at the point where you start offending people with your chant, that is when it becomes racism, because you're actually spiting people with whatever is up there in your head. And for me, I don't believe people change overnight. I believe the fact that we are even talking about this is a step forward. Because I remember back in the days, this was not even a topic. It's nobody used to talk about this. But the fact that it's even a topic now and we are discussing that somebody said this and it is wrong and people are saying it is wrong and FIFA is actually investigating it is a step forward. And I believe over time, with more integration of people and people integrating, families forming from people mixing. When I say integrating, I mean people mixing, people of different races getting married and, producing children. And, you know, it will be able to eradicate the whole idea of racism. And it's about these things take time. I believe the reason why the statement from the vice president came out was because I wouldn't say they are not enlightened. They are, but they, like somebody said, somebody tweeted that just about 1% of Argentines are mixed. The Argentines are, they don't really have a lot of blacks in Argentina. And for this reason, I can understand why some of them still have that mindset. But for me, I don't see the sense in thinking like that. Maybe a lot of people still think like that. And I'm not 100% blaming them for thinking that way because we are all molded by our cultures and how we grow up. You don't expect somebody that has never, you know, lived or related with somebody of the other color well enough to understand that these people are just humans like you. They have the same feelings, they have the same emotions. To, just totally accept them, it takes time. It takes, time to get to that state of mind. But what makes this matter really bad and why I feel bad about it is, yes, people are feeling bad. The team members of Enzo Fernandez, Fofana, Nkunku, a whole lot of them, Nkunku, Datri Fofana, even players that are not even French citizens are feeling bad because it's something that is really derogatory, it's discriminatory, and shouldn't even come up in this era in 2024. But it has come up. We need to move from there. And moving from there is, FIFA taking drastic actions. Don't, for me, yes, I don't want FIFA to take sides. I want FIFA to be fair and, investigate issues well before, taking decisions. But I believe it is slow. It is slow. It's a video. How long could it possibly take to analyze a video and, make decisions? Because the longer you delay it, the more you build up ideas, you build up notions here and there. Okay, for instance, yes, the French government issued a statement concerning this clip because they find it offensive and discriminatory. Yes, at that point, FIFA should be sensitive enough to know that, okay, this is going further than the normal. This is not new. The ones of we have had cases of racism in football. A lot of things happen. Discrimination against players, against African players, maybe in Spain or in Italy, whatever. These things happen. But the fact that it took the French government issued a statement, it's a red flag for for FIFA to take more drastic actions and calm the nerves of people. But you taking time and just saying you're investigating, days are passing, I don't really think is the best. To make matters worse, for the vice president of a big country like Argentina to come out and issue a statement like that, I mean, it's wrong. It's all shades of wrong. I mean, what I would like to ask her, but if I could get the opportunity, I would like to ask her, okay, what do you intend? What do you think going forward Enzo Fernandez should do in this situation? Should he now say, okay, yeah, I shouldn't have even done an apology before because it is true. Whatever it's like I said, it's a mindset. It's a mindset, and it's our mindsets are influenced by our cultures, by relationship with people, and by education also. So if you have that mindset that people are being, I don't know I've forgotten the exact word she used, but stating that people are cheating by nationalizing people from other origins into your country and making them represent your country is wrong. That's not the point, because what stops you from doing the same thing if you feel cheated by it? Nobody is stopping Argentina from nationalizing Africans into their team and using them. So why are you complaining? The reason racism is being fought against is because FIFA is preaching unity. We want people to be united because we are all humans at the end of the day. And yes, we have differences, but the whole idea is for people to integrate and relate with one another and become, to become one, promote unity at the end of the day. And if you are bringing up issues like this, it goes a long way. It goes a long way. And you bringing out that statement and standing by it, there's really nothing you stand to gain, because it's not just France. The English team has a lot of African players, players in them, and a lot of countries, a lot of European countries precisely have a lot of African players in their national teams. So what exactly are you saying? Are you saying all these teams are cheating because they have decided to nationalize African players? Being a citizen of the country doesn't, because of the color of your skin, you cannot represent that country because of the region. I don't know. It's a whole lot of crap. But either ways, let me know what you feel in the comment section about what I've said. I I know I've talked too much and I might sound uncoordinated at some point, but this is the major reason why I decided to always do shorts. But I think I've been able to pour out my mind a little bit about this issue and why FIFA should be drastic about their decisions. And I actually even feel that a punishment should be, a benchmark. There should be a benchmark of punishment. Okay, if somebody is showing racist, the punishment should be spelled out already. So if there are now reconsiderations on, the magnitude of the punishment, fine. But there should be a benchmark. If somebody is found guilty of being racist in any form, there should be something, a punishment that is already spelled out. And it shouldn't take this long, especially when, nations are getting involved. Because at the end of the day, people take it out of context. People start to, how do I play the victim? People start to play the victim, just like what Enzo Fernandez's father was saying, okay, why didn't the fellow Chelsea players call Enzo Fernandez and talk to him about it before just overreacting and going to unfollow him on Instagram and so on and so on. I mean, to an extent, he might be right to an extent, but it still doesn't make the action in itself right. So making statements like that only makes matters worse, because the person in question, how do you want him to relate? The players that feel offended, are you saying they don't have the right to feel offended? Yes, I might say their actions are wrong, and that should be condemned. Okay, but it still doesn't justify the action. If you are apologizing for the actions, leave it at that. Don't justify it in any way. Let's not, escalate this thing than it really is. Let FIFA just, bring out the punishment and let it end, because it can't continue to drag on. It can keep dragging and dragging and dragging. And everybody has their own views and everybody has their own, point of view. So let me know, like I said, let me know what you feel in the comment section. If you're new here, do endeavor to subscribe. Click on the bell notification so you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Give us a thumbs up and leave comments in the comment section. And just before I forget, I want to say a big thank you to all my subscribers. I finally reached the 1,000, the 1K benchmark, and I want to say I'm so grateful. I mean, the fact that you guys subscribe to what I do, I am not special. I'm just a football fan, just like you guys, and I'm really grateful for the support. Although I would really beg that you show me more support by liking it and dialoguing with me, leaving comments, because that's something I really advocate for. That you leave comments. Let's talk about these issues, like this issue of racism. Let's talk about it. Let me hear your point of view. Let's discuss. Yeah, but still, I appreciate all my subscribers and everybody that is sharing the video and telling people about me. Thank you so, 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 so much. Till next time, see ya.